Ready, set, secure.
Hello, and thank you for joining me today on the Set Solutions video series. My name is Mark Allen. I'm a senior security consultant here at Set Solutions. Set Solutions is a cybersecurity provider, and today we'll be looking at how we use Cribl LogStream to meet the needs of our customers' observability challenges. Today, I have Ed Bailey with me, and he's with Cribl. Ed, what can you tell us about Cribl today?
Hi, how you doing? And thank you for the invitation. Really enjoy having this conversation with you. I'm here today to talk about how we can help your customers use Cribl LogStream to expand their cyber threat capabilities. Very, very common that you have a SOC that has a very, say, mature SIEM implementation, but they need additional capabilities. So say I have this and then I want to add a UEBA solution. It's not unusual that my SIM vendor does not offer a good UEBA solution. So then how do I bring in this capability I need in order to detect advanced persistent threats, but without disrupting what I'm doing with my SIM? And that's where LogStream comes in. This is one very common use case of many where enterprise can get enormous value and get it really quickly and get the tool set that they want without creating risk and without building on unnecessary dependencies. I have a couple of slides where we can then let's discuss kind of the challenges and then where LogStream can help your customers.
Perfect.
As we all know, data is exploding. Every customer is experiencing so much data. There's no end to it. Everything's generating data. Everything's generating more data, and the move to the cloud is driving this even faster. Security teams are overwhelmed because they have to take this data. They have to make it make sense. They have to be able to find the right data in this just general mess. From a compliance privacy standpoint, have to retain more data, clean more data. They have to be able to depersonalize sensitive data. So it is an unending challenge, and teams need better tools to manage data. Usually, right now, teams with existing tools, teams have to make trade-offs, cost, flexibility. If money's no object, then that's great. We log everything, but also we're spending an enormous amount of money on licensing, storage, and compute. Or we have issues with flexibility that we're only stuck in one vendor tool set. We're only stuck in their pool, and that limits us from being able to create a best-of-breed stack. Like I was mentioning, if I have a great SIEM, but my vendor doesn't offer a UBA solution, then what do? I'm kind of stuck. And visibility is another issue where typically customers have to make choices where, okay, I can't afford to keep all the data, so then I have to start dropping data. And that means you're potentially going to have visibility. So it's just a series of unfortunate trade-offs that just no one is comfortable with. And also you see the general mess. There's agents, there's data, it's going all over the place, it's uncontrolled, and it's very difficult to have visibility. From a security governance compliance standpoint, it's very difficult to understand what do I need to log, where is that data, and where is it going. Tracking it is just, it's very hard. Teams are doing the best they can. They're cobbling together solutions. These are solutions that are hard to maintain. And as with everyone, it's just very, very difficult to hire. And so the question is then, what do you do? And that's where Cribl LogStream comes in. It's the first observability pipeline that gives you the ability to agnostically consume data from any source, to use the agents from all the existing vendors, to use data sources, S3, Splunk, Elastic, Syslog, bring that data into LogStream, and then it gives you the ability to manage that data, transform that data, clean that data, and then send that to where you want that data to go. If I want to take the same event and park it in Splunk, park it in Grafana, park it in Exabeam, not a problem. I can also then transform the data on the fly to fit the format that the destination tool expects. Gives your teams complete choice and control over your data. And instead of your vendor being in control, you're in control. Very, very common. You have your favorite observability solution. You're constantly running out of license. You're getting a license message that, okay, you're going to lock if you don't do something. And then you have this constant fire drill of, okay, we have to go fix things. We have to edit things. We have to drop things. With LogStream, you have visibility before something like that happens, and you have the ability to take action, and you're in control. So it's quite a big difference. Mark, can you share what's a common use case for your customers? Is that a common use case that you see where a SIM vendor was sent a team that has a SIM wants to bring in a UBA solution. Can you give an intro there?
Absolutely, we can. Yeah, we see it very commonly that a customer doesn't particularly enjoy a particular feature about a product they're using, and so they want to use a different product that offers that feature. So UBA is one of those options or features that folks usually look for. And if they're bringing in some data into their primary data analytics platform, but don't enjoy a particular feature about it, such as UBA, it's locked down in that particular platform. And if the tool that they're looking to utilize for that UBA analyzation, if that tool does not integrate properly with their primary tool, it just becomes a mess, as you're talking about, to try to organize that. But utilizing something such as Cribl in your routing would better optimize that data going towards the UBA analyzation platform tool they would prefer to use.
Sure. Let's take a look at some of our options. So just to give an intro of the pipeline concept with LogStream, you have a source. So in the visual, you have a single source. We have multiple sources. I was previously a customer for LogStream before I came to work at Cribl, and I had 30 to 40 different sources all coming in. And you can see it coming in through the top. I had the ability to manage that data, and then it drops down through the routes. The ability to finalize on route one and send all my data out to one tool, have the ability to drop that same data down and then ship that data to S3 in order to maintain cheap retention. And then also keep dropping the same data down to route 3. And then I can send that data out to my UBA solution. I could literally have my cake and eat it too. It sounds trite, but there's just not very many times when I can do exactly what I need to do with the data and do it easily. And especially in an easy to use user experience. It's visual. I'm not sitting at the command line. I'm not building regex by hand. I'm not going out to regex 101 and hoping it works. I can have assurance that it's going to work, and it can do it quickly. So it's just a extremely powerful capability. So let's talk about this is just go back to this common use case. SOC is a best-in-class SIM that needs to bring in a UBA solution to round out their security portfolio. The idea of best-of-breed tooling. Companies and security professionals have talked about this for years. If I want a best of breed, but the vendor lock-in, the vendor ecosystem tries to beat you down from doing that because the idea of integrations, it's always a challenge. No one has teams of engineers who can just spend time on integrations. So how do you get to best of breed? How do you get the best EDR? How do you get the best UBA? How do you get the best SIM to work together? And that's where LogStream comes in, because it gives you the ability to manage your data. And that answers the question: how do you integrate security platforms that need the same data but are from different vendors? Typically, you're going to be duplicating your data flows. So all your endpoints are going to have multiple logging configs, multiple agents, and you're sending out data to both places. It's an expensive. No one wants more agents. Your network admins will be upset because now all of a sudden your data flows over the network have doubled. Your server admins will be even more annoyed because there's yet another agent. I could still see my old server admins rolling their eyes so hard that they clicked when I would say, "Hey, we need to install another agent." And this gives you the ability to not do that. Use the existing agent that's there and move that data forward. And this is literally the visual. The existing agents. So if I'm an Elastic shop, you have Beats or Fleets. If I'm Splunk, Universal Forwarder, whatever you're using, you can point that at LogStream. And then LogStream then has the ability to clone the data and send it to where you need it to be. The right data in the right format to the right tool. And so that, for example, if I'm and this is the other thing, people never think about the dependency issue. Because I'm using LogStream, it's already sending data to my SIM. If I need to bring in a UBA solution, programmatically write a little bit of code, and then I shoot my entire production data stream of exactly the data I want to my UBA solution. And it'll be in the format that the UBA solution wants the data in. Syslog, I can send the data off to Kafka, the data, whatever. And so then it's able to absorb the data it needs, is able to build its baselines, and you're able to start getting value right away. When I had to do this at my last job, we took what was projected to be a 3 to 6 month deployment down to 2 to 4 weeks. And that in 2 weeks was to allow the baselining for the UBA tool to complete. It was just that simple. We had data going to the UBA solution in the first 2 hours it was online. And so that fast value, and you're able to spend time on getting value from a UBA solution and not fighting with your data. So the idea is fast value, fast time to value. And then also having LogStream in place makes it easy for the next tool. If I want to bring in yet another tool that needs this data, or if I want to migrate from my SIM to another SIM, it's still there. You have control, you can route, you can clone. And then there's so many other things that we can talk about in another video. But it's just this is such a common use case that I just wanted to share, and how we can make engineers' lives so much easier and get businesses value from very expensive tools quickly. You have
Absolutely.
any comments, Mark? Anything you want to share?
No, that's been great. I would note that also the Cribl training that I've been working through recently as part of this and for our own company as well has been fantastic. I would highly recommend going through your sandbox as we have linked there. It's just been a great session of training.
And thanks for bringing that up. It's
Absolutely.
great because the sandbox gives you the ability to get your hands on the tool, the hands on data, without having to install anything. And
Right.
it's a guided workflow through several different courses. I'm so glad you're able to do that, and so glad you're getting value. And I hope anyone who's interested, you can see immediately, what's going to be interesting and what's not.
Absolutely.
Also want to mention, so we have a free login for Cribl Cloud, up to 1 terabyte of utilization. So you have a cloud platform that you could point your data at. For example, if you had Beats or Splunk Universal Forwarder, you could get data off your endpoints to the cloud, see it, still not have to install anything, manage your data, and so you can get that quick hands-on experience. We also have a download available as well. And so these are all options without having to talk to sales, without having to harass for a person like me. You can get exactly what you want right away. I also want to mention we have a very active community Slack. So it's cribl.io/community. Sign up. You can see it. We have a very active set of users who are more than willing to help. And it's great seeing people who are excited to do their jobs. It's very rewarding.
Absolutely. Sounds like a great product, and looking forward to using it in the future.
That's great. It's a lot of fun. Please let me know if I can come back and we can talk about some other use cases and how you can help your customers get value from Cribl LogStream.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.